DMTV, bitch. Don't get tucked in. Pussy.
Bitch, I got money now. What it do, what it does, what it is, what it was. We about to go live. We in the building. Had to get it started early. I ain't had no time to waste, bro. Your camera straight, my brother?
Yeah, my camera's straight. Hold on. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, my camera's straight. I'm trying to get my shit right. Hold on.
All right, well, get your shit right. I'll run a commercial while you get your shit right then. Let me run a commercial while you get your shit right. You got it right?
Hold on. It's connected now.
All right, bet. I'm telling you, this book is going to be the book that people start talking about years from now when they say, when I first woke up, I read the Black Cube Codex. That's the book that woke me up. You could get that to any Christian. You could get that to any Muslim. You could get that to anybody who is not in the know of these knowledges. And they will read this, and it will activate their cognitive dissonance, and it will make them go on a journey, search and see. And we're live.
Shit, I have to just thug it out with the goddamn
We almost did.
regular camera.
You look good on the regular camera.
Yeah, I'm about to do the regular camera, man. Shit.
Man, you know we live, nigga. Nigga got the do-rag on.
Yeah, hold on. Let me take. I try to let my hair down for it. It came on.
Man, you supposed to keep the do-rag on.
Keep the rag on?
Man, you supposed to keep the do-rag on. We thugging
I try to lay it down for the love.
We thugging it, man.
Oh, you look like you done lost some weight, man.
Huh?
Like you done lost some weight.
Yeah, I have lost some weight, man. I had to get my mind right, bro.
Oh.
You eat cookies?
You doing thing?
What's your favorite cookie?
Cookie? Chocolate chip. Plain and simple.
Boom, chocolate chip.
You eating vegan cookies?
Huh?
You eating vegan
Hell
cookies?
no, nigga, that's a Wendy's cookie.
Oh, I thought you were like vegan. You ain't vegan no more. Ah, shit.
Man, I'm a faster, bro. That's what I do. I fast, bro.
Gotcha.
I do it like I eat. I'm about to go on another fast. Like I go on like months long fast, and then I pick off about like 1 or 2 or 3 days, and then go back on the fast. Go on like months long fast.
Gotcha. That's why I can see the chat when they pull.
Man, a lot been. You can see the chat. Hold on.
I got the chat over here. I can see it on my phone.
All right, boom. Yo, who in the chat, man? Captain in the chat. What's good, y'all? What's good?
They've been asking about us when we're gonna go live again. They've been asking when we're gonna go live again. You can hear me well.
And we in the building. We live, motherfucker. You understand me?
Right.
Boom. Welcome to what we calling this? What is this? This is not Big Jew talk.
We got a new show. We got a new title.
I don't know what to call. Oh, recap. Oh yeah, I forgot. Recap.
We what's it called? Shannon Sharp and Ocho Nunn. They do the nightly recap. They do that every night. They go live every night.
Yeah, they go. They get it in too, because
you think that stuff with Shannon Sharp was fake?
Yeah, man, that should be negative publicity. All right, the industry, in my opinion, this is just my opinion. This is just my opinion. This is not no super duper fact, but in my opinion, I feel like sometimes negative things happen to them, and they use that to capitalize and market it. And then on a lot of times when they ain't got no juice going for their stuff, because it's been a while since that Cat Williams interview, and it's been a while since he's been in that #1 spotlight where people have been mentioning his name. So they create situations so that they can, so that they can get put in the algorithm. They got to pay the piper, bro. They got to pay their dues. They owe the piper. And one way, you got to, the one best way to owe the piper is get money. You can't get money if you ain't getting no attention.
Right.
You
can't get no money. Man. I mean, he survived. He took some L's, but I think they'll rather take some L's to win in the long run.
Yeah, well, L. Who is L?
That's Saturn. That ain't what his name.
They gotta take some L's, bro. Yeah, you gotta lose. L's. Fantasia told you gotta lose to win the game.
Hell yeah! Make sure y'all hit that like button when y'all.
Make sure y'all hit that like button, that share button, that subscribe button. Follow, like, share, subscribe. Once again, follow,
What's
like, share, subscribe. Man,
what's this
I got
payhip.com?
huh?
What's payhip.com?
Oh, that's the Black Cube Codex, my book.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's the Black Cube. That's the Black Cube Codex. Y'all can get it from my website. I got it on my website now, but I got it on Payhip, Kindle, and all the different platforms where you can get books from.
Talk about the book, man. What's the book about?
Man, the book is just the book is 250 pages, and it is me. It is me showing people how to navigate the world of Saturn, because you can't duck Saturn. Let's get that clear. You can't duck the goat. You can't duck it. You got to learn. You see, and you ever heard of that saying? You can't beat them, then join them.
Gotta join them.
All right. So there are ways where you can, thrive in Saturn system. You just got to know that it's Saturn system and recognize the patterns in Saturn system. If you don't recognize the patterns, you're not going to be able to thrive and know how to move in Saturn system. You're not going to even know that it is Saturn system to even do such, right? So the book is breaking down the 25 major systems that govern our life, and how Saturn is the ruler of all of those systems. What's his original name? What's his alias is? And all of those things. The Bible says, study to show thyself approved. But who runs the Bible? Saturn. So Saturn told you, if you want to know me, you got to study me. And I'm not about to just give it to you, because the game is to be sold, not told. You see what I'm saying? So you just can't, you just can't say, oh, this is that, this is that. No, you got to do your research. You got to do your studying. I done did, this book comes from it took me 60 months to write this book. Right? I done wrote, man, Duane, I done wrote 300 books in the last 5 years, bro, and I'm releasing them like 30 books at a time.
What's the significance of Saturn and his view on why he has an infatuation with Earth? And also, after you answer that, how can you explain to the average person a planet having effect on us? Because at the end of the day, a regular person look at Saturn as a ball of a rock with some gas rings around them.
All right, so the first thing you got to understand is that the things that we like to call planets, right? You always hear it on Earth, or about Earth. Earth is a living and conscious being. We are living and conscious beings on Earth, and they tell you in quantum physics that everything is actually alive and everything is actually living. When you look at our cells under the microscope, they look like little balls. They look like little spheres, right? When you analyze our atoms, the atoms look like little circles, little spheres. When you go and talk about the planet, they call the planets spheres, right? They say the Earth is spherical. I'm not about to get into the Earth is flat or the Earth is round. I'm just saying, when you observe the Earth, it's spherical. Your head is a sphere. Your eyeballs are spheres, right? So when you're talking about Saturn, Saturn is the sixth sphere away from the sun in the procession of planets. Is Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, the sixth planet. This is why the sixth is so important. And if you go and look, these spheres that we call planets, right? Back in the times of the Greeks, back in the times of the Romans, these spheres, these planets were worshipped as gods. Okay? These, people worship Mars, people worship the sun, people worship Saturn, people worship Venus, and all of these different spheres that have been, broken down into planets. And what you realize is they might have had something going on deeper than what we truly expected. Because if the planets are alive, then we have to analyze what is the science of the planets. And the science of the planets is astronomy and astrology. And when you look in astrology, it says that these planets or these spheres have energetic influence in our lives. So when you're talking about Saturn, and they say, remember, we're in America, it said, when in Rome, you do as who do?
I don't know that
So the
story.
old cliche saying is, when in Rome, you do as the Romans do.
Oh, got you.
Okay, so when you in Rome, you do as the Romans do. People don't understand that America is just Rome, Italy reborn, right? Who runs Italy? The Italians. This is why everybody's so big on the mob stuff over here. Why? Because Italy and what's in Italy? The Vatican. Okay, so the Vatican, Italy, Rome, they still to this day still do that old time worship of the sphere or the planet called Saturn. right? No matter if you believe it or not, no matter if you understand it or not, this is what they do, and this is what they put in their symbolism from the from all of the secret societies and all of the different things that they do in the industry with the celebrities. They're all symbolizing and worshiping Saturn in some type, way, shape, form, or fashion. So now, who is Saturn in the zodiac of astrology? Saturn is two places. You can find Saturn in two places right next to each other, in the 10th house of Capricorn and in the 11th house of Aquarius. All right. Now, remember, and who else is in the house of Aquarius? Uranus, right? And in the old time Roman religion, who is Uranus? Uranus was Saturn's father. Saturn murdered him, unalived him, and then he started to eat his own kids, right? So this is why the trafficking of the underagers, right, are it is done, because they're still doing that old time religion of Saturn worship. Even the Bible has 66 books. Once the sixes represent who? Saturn, right? When you go and what does that, so let's understand, what is Saturn? Saturn is this spherical ball that they show you depicted with rings around it. So everything in life that we do today has some type of unconscious or conscious worship to Saturn. When you go into the playground, merry-go-round, when you go into the circus or the circus, everything built in that round thing, right? When you go, you just name it. There's these rings. You got to put a ring on to get married. You got to have earrings on, right?
Basketball.
Look, when you shoot the ball into the hoop, the ball falls into the hoop, and if you take a screenshot, you're gonna have a ring around it, right? If you put your GameCube or your PlayStation, you take a PlayStation, you put a disc, right, a ring into the cube, right? Saturn is represented by the cube because the cube has what? 6 sides, representing him being the 6th planet from the sun. And on the top of Saturn's North Pole, they have what?
Hey, how they was able to see that back in the day? How was they able to see the Saturn North Pole back in the day?
Well, see, this is my belief. My belief is that they really do have space technology, and they just make it, and they're just changing the narrative because we're waking up. So they're getting their plants, they're getting their agents, they're getting their their society to say, hey, the earth is flat, hey, the earth is this, hey, anything to get you from around the knowledge of, hey, look at these planets in the sky, because we see them every year. You can see them every year. You can see them doing eclipses. You can see them doing this and that, and the third, right? So all of a sudden, out of the blue, during the age of Aquarius, you know what I'm saying, ever since we became from 2012 to now, they've been painting this, oh, the earth ain't what it seems. The earth is flat. It's not round anymore. But this is my argument. If it's not round, why everything on it is round? If it's not round, your head round, your eyeballs round, your fingernails round, and your blood circulates around and around like Saturn, right? Your cells are round, your atoms are round, right? Your blood cells, you know what I mean? The pores in your holes of your skin are circles, round, right? When you run water, what does water make? A bubble, or the bubbles flat?
But look, they're not saying around like this. When they say flat Earth, it's still round. It's just like a flat
Not a
disc.
disc. I'm looking, and I'm showing you. Even if it is like a disc, that's still Saturn, right? Because remember, who is Capricorn? What element represents Capricorn? Earth. Earth. So I'll tell people this: even if it was a flat disc, or even if it was a round sphere, you can't duck the circle. You can't duck the ring. The ringing nature of it. Whether it's a sphere and it's spinning around and around like a ring, or whether it's a flat disc and it's spinning around and around like a record player, it still represents the rings of Saturn, right? And that's what I'm just trying to get people to see. Whether you believe in flat Earth or round Earth, you can't duck. You can't duck the fact that Earth belongs to the devil. Earth belongs to Saturn. Now remember, Saturn is represented by the goat. This is why everybody is always talking about goat talk.
And
GOAT.
what's the significance of the goat and Saturn?
All right, so think about this. When you talk about a goat, What is the acronym for GOAT?
Greatest of all time.
Greatest of all what?
Time.
Time, right? Time. So back in the Roman times, the goats used to represent time because goats used to live long and used to grow beards, just like the depictions of Saturn, just like the depictions of Santa Claus, just like the depictions of Uncle Sam, and all of these different depictions of Saturn, right? And and number one, goats sound like what?
Sheep.
But sheep sound like what? What human does sheep sound like and goats sound like?
You got me lost on that one.
Babies.
Bah.
When you go listen to a baby goat and go, it sounds like a child crying when you listen to a sheep or a goat crying, right? So this is why in the Bible you either sacrifice the sheep or you sacrifice the goat, right? This was a commemoration to Saturn once again. So everything that we do, everything that we own is some type of worship to Saturn. Saturn remember Saturn represents, what is the color that represents Saturn? Black. So this is why the judge wear black in the courthouse. This is why we gotta wear black at the funeral. This is why we gotta wear all black when we're gonna do that, when we're gonna do that pew pew, pow pow, we gotta wear all black. This is why
I got
black.
all black on right now.
Look, you got all black on too. Look what you said. Black goes with what? Anything. Black goes with everything. And this is why, hey, we're black people. So are we children of Saturn?
I would think so.
I would know so. Why? Because our bodies are the actual house for our spirit. And what governs our bodies? Atoms, and cells. Cells are gels.
Mm-hmm.
A cell is a battery cell is a gel cell for energy, right? A gel cell is a prison for a human. Well, a body with cells is a prison for spirits and souls.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and contrary to popular belief, we're living in hell. This is hell. This is why when the sun out there burning you, why you think the sun can burn you? Why you think the sun can kill you? Why you think the sun can hurt you? Because this is hell. Take the H off of hell and I got what?
L. I'm gonna ask you this though. Do you think the blacks in America, if you say black people or children of Saturn, right? Do we have similarities to Africans, Jamaicans, and Haitians and Dominicans? Mm-hmm. We're all black. I feel we're different.
This is what I feel like. I feel like of all of the blacks on the face of the planet, we are the God blacks. We are the leading God blacks. And there is a plot and conspiracy against us to keep us asleep because we are the giant that's sleeping. And when we become awake, the world will become awake because the world follows us. When you go to, this is how you know Africa is not the leader. Why? Because we don't follow Africa. Africa follows us. Europe follows us. You go and look at all over the world, everybody is following the lead of the Black American. The Black American go anywhere and get a female.
Man, I was saying something earlier. There's an Indonesian kid who they got a sport in Indonesia where they rowing these boats, and the kid went viral recently. The kid on the front of the boat doing this, and he doing that, and he doing that, and he doing that. Where he get that from? He got that from niggas in America.
Black Americans.
Like and the whole world copies us.
The entire world literally copies us, but at the same time, that same world that copy us hate us.
Hate the fuck out of us. But right? Here's the thing though. They opposite gender of a male love us to death.
Well, remember, it is a reason why the black man is the most hated on the face of the planet. The black man is the most hated on the face of. There is no other hated man. You know, a hippopotamus get more love than a black man.
They hate us, bro.
They hate, and the only reason I can think of why they truly hate us. Number one, we have a reputation for having big penises, and number two, we have a reputation of being able to date whatever culture of woman.
We created pimping. Our culture created pimping.
We created hip hop, and the world runs and hip hop runs the world. We created
breakdancing,
breakdancing, and breakdancing runs the world. Literally, we are Literally, we are. So who we are? We are the Atlanteans. When you go and look, the ancient Atlanteans. The ancient Atlanteans are the ones who taught the ancient Egyptians all their stuff. Okay, you go read the book Thoth the Atlantean, Toth the Atlantean. And before Atlantis sank, and you can go Google, hey, they went over the ocean and they did an X-ray of the ocean, and they was able to see the underwater cities of Atlantis on the ocean, right? And when you look, that big part of the ocean from that goes from America, and then it's the ocean, and then it's Africa. That big part that big part of the ocean wasn't always like that. That was a landmass, and that landmass was called Atlantis and Lemuria, right? And when you look at the movies, they show you this in Aquaman. In the movie Aquaman, they was on top of the land. They had the great. We was on top of the world. We had the greatest technologies. We took it for granted, and boom, karma happened. Next thing you know, we ain't got no memory of our religion. We ain't got no memory of our names, our true culture. We ain't got no memories of us being gods. But there's evidence of it all over the
I'm gonna
world.
give you another thing that we take it for granted. Most of us are very talented. Like, so you grew up in the hood. You seen niggas that can play football and break records, jump out the gym. They just got into trouble. You know, me and you both got talents. We can make music. We very smart, but the world got us. That's another thing. We born these natural talents, but we get into this trouble and we take it for granted. I think it's the same situation.
Yeah, we do that right now to this day. We still doing it. And when you
We
look
never
at it,
see nobody else unless they had training. We can break these records naturally. Like the number one nigga in the UFC, the most knockouts. It's a regular
John Jones.
back man. Not John. Derek Lewis. Derek Lewis has the most knockouts.
Jerry Lewis had the most knockouts, but John Jones got the most clout.
Most clout. Yeah, and we the black person runs sport. Think about it. NASCAR never took off because it never had no black person. Golf only got big because Tiger Woods had some nigga in him.
Well, wait a minute. What about this? We're doing all of these feats, and we're excelling at a high rate, even though they got every single system to block us. They got putting poison in our food to stop us. They putting fluoride in our water to stop us. Everything they're doing to stop us, and we're still dominating. Just imagine, hold on, but just imagine if they didn't do all that to stop us, where would we really be?
Oh God, we'll be on top. And then here's another thing: we produce at a high rate. So you go to the hood, you go to the hood, they eating pork and bean and rice, and mad kids. You know, I'm at the I got a kid on the way, whatever. And when we go to the doctor's office, it's mostly blacks there. All black people. I say 70% of the females there is black women in this city. I think it's like that everywhere we go. And people want to say, oh, it's their responsibility. I know plenty of other races trying to have children, and they fail a lot. You know, we can produce at a number that is not, you know, it ain't compared to.
Yeah, if you could look at the stories, the old stories of our grandparents and our ancestors, they was having 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 children in one family. My grandmother had 9 children, 9 kids. You see what I'm saying? So I know for a fact that all of the things that they're doing are actually secret undercover ways and systems to keep us down. So wait a minute. If the systems are designed to keep us down and Saturn is the system, then is Saturn our friend or is Saturn our enemy? Is Saturn our father? But wait a minute. It says Saturn is in the story, Saturn eats his own children. Ain't they call us children of the sun? Saturn is not a planet. Saturn is a dwarf star. A star is a sun. Is he eating his own children? Is this a version that we're going through where Saturn is eating his own children?
I feel like he's probably eating us right now for us to wake up in the future, because more and more black people are waking up. And I feel we had to go through the crack in the 80s. We had to go through all that so we can find. I think it might be in me and your lifetime, but in our kids' lifetime, blacks in America will run the world again.
Man, I think in me and your lifetime, blacks gonna run the world. And I think people like me and you are going to be the ones to spark that change. I think something really, really eye-opening and awakening is gonna happen during our lifetime, and that's gonna begin the world awakening, right? And when you look at what's going on, when you look, and this just from my personal view of watching what's going on and how everything has excelled since 2012, right? Everything in life has truly excelled by 50 years in the last in the last what 13 years. In the last 13 years, life has advanced by 50 years in the last 13 years. And the way it's going to advance another 15 years before the next 10 years is up, right? By the time it's 2020, it's 2025 right now. By the time 2035 comes around, bro, the world will be literally unrecognizable. And that's just my opinion. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But I want to show you something. And I want to get your opinion on it. Cause you said we're gonna do a recap and talk about the stuff,
Yeah,
right?
let's do that. Let's do that. We just start talking. You know how we do.
Boom. Yeah. So first and foremost, I'll start from the bottom and work my way up to the top. How about that? Boom. So let me make sure I put it up there. Boom. Florida woman was arrested after spending the 400K. Her job accidentally overpaid her. Bro, what you would have did? What you would have did?
Why she get arrested?
She
Oh,
her
spent that.
job accidentally her job accidentally literally gave her 400. That's like your job in the military made a
That
mistake and
happened to
gave
me. That happened to
and-
me.
huh?
They overpaid me 10 bands.
Right.
I got so
But
so
look,
so
but just imagine that was 10 bands. What about 400 bands?
Doc, the same thing I did with them 10 bands is what I did with them. I spent them 10 bands and I had to pay it back for the past 2 years of them eating my taxes, garnishing my check. So when they
So
sent me
wait a
them,
minute. But 400,000, if you would have spent that, let's say they would have gave you the 400,000, you would have hurried up and emptied the bank. I'm like, I don't deserve 400 bands. I'm about to go hurry up and spend this. They would have took you to jail, boy.
who said I wouldn't deserve it? I deserve this. And I was suspended. And guess what? I would have went to jail, but I know me at this age now, I'd have had 4 or 5 businesses out here. I'd have bought a
Hey,
box truck, a trailer, 2
well, you
other
know, if they
land.
give you that though, if they give you that, they're gonna notice that they gave you that pretty quickly. You're gonna have to move pretty fast.
I got a week. I got 7 days.
You got 7.
I got
Man,
7 days.
soon as they would have gave me that, I would have
Put the
moved.
picture back up so the audience can see it.
Look, soon as they would have gave me that, I would have moved.
Doc, well, you move where?
What?
We move where?
I would have moved to the Bahamas. I would have moved to somewhere was cheap to live, Thailand, Korea, somewhere, go cross seas where them girls be going, konnichiwa. I would have got me a Chinese girl and had me a whole bunch of black and need babies.
400 bands?
400 bands? Man,
You can't move to Mexico.
you can open your
You gotta go to the Philippines. But here's the thing.
the Philippines got too many lady boys.
I'm gonna tell you the story. We had a sergeant in my unit who got caught for child films, right? He had child adult films. He got caught with it. He went to the Philippines. The Philippines has an inside organization made to catch them. So we would have went somewhere. They got people in the office with the police force designed to catch us.
Well, remember, all you had to do is just Google what country has extradition laws that don't favor America. I would have picked one. You know where I would have went though? For real? Where they would have never caught you? Africa.
There's too many countries.
Huh?
Too many countries in Africa.
So where you would have went? If you look at right now, right now, 2025, they made a mistake and just dropped 400 bands in your bank account. Right now, today, you got to go to work tomorrow, and you just got a fucking notification.
I'm not dumb. I would have took a 50K loan. I'd have paid them 350,000 back. I'd have spent 50K, and I'll start 2 businesses. I'd be like, look, I'll pay the 50 bands back.
How you gonna do that when as soon as they look at your account, they're gonna go and try to check to see if the money legit and flag your account?
I'm saying, look, if they sent 50 bands to me, I get what you're saying. You can't spend that much.
Not 50, 400. 400. It was 400.
I'm only going to take 50, maybe 25. All I need
Okay.
is enough. I'll send you 375. I just need enough to get these. I need enough to buy this box truck, buy this pressure washer, and I'll pay you 25. I just got a 25K loan. I'll send you 375 back. I took 25K.
I gotta take at least $100. I gotta take at least $100 bun.
See, you might go to jail.
$100 bun?
$100 bun, they're gonna send to jail. 25K, I'm not going to jail.
I gotta take 50.
50, you straight. You straight 50.
All right.
You
Well,
take
if
50.
I'm straight with 50, then I'm straight with 60.
Damn, dog, you a greedy ass nigga.
Nah, man, listen. Me personally, oh man, they put the 400 in the account. Yeah, you just convinced me. You just changed my mind. You just convinced me. I'm gonna take about 50 out. Hey, look, y'all can have the other 350 back. I'll pay you the other 350 back. I ain't know.
I'll pay you the 50 back. I got the box truck. I done bought the pressure washer. I done bought the line. I done got a landscaping business. I got 3 businesses up and ready. I got 5 people ready to work for me. Yeah, I'm gonna go in a whole few months, but I'm gonna pay y'all back.
Yeah.
I'm about to make. I could buy a little crib or something. Who knows what you can buy that 50 bands?
Bro. Yeah, that 50 gonna be a lot. That 50 free. It's like free money.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Hold up. Watch this up. Boom. I just wanted to get your opinion on this right quick. Who is your GOAT? Speaking of GOATs. Speaking of GOATs, who is your GOAT?
LeBron.
LeBron your GOAT? Is it because LeBron a Capricorn?
No. LeBron came back from a 3-1 deficit. LeBron got the most points in history. LeBron was 22 years old in the finals. Kobe was never 22 years old in the finals. Jordan was never 22 years old in the finals.
So, you talk about finals. This is my thing right here. My thing is all about wins, right? My thing is not about the most points. My thing is not about all that other stuff. My thing is who is the most has the highest win percentage amongst the greats.
Bill Russell then. Why is it Bill Russell your favorite?
No, Bill Russell don't have the greatest win percentage. He has the greatest point. He has a high level of points. He scored a lot of points.
No, Bill Russell has the most rings. He has 11 rings.
Oh no, I'm not even talking about. I'm talking about win. I'm talking about win percentage. Who has the highest win percentage? Meaning, if this person's on your team, what's the probability that you're going to win the most?
That's
not Bill Russell. Bill Russell was playing with a whole bunch of white dudes. They ain't even have a 3-point line.
Well, that's LeBron. Jordan without Pippen is ass. He lost for 9 seasons straight.
Jordan was a phenom before Pippen.
Jordan was glazed.
Jordan was winning championships at no. Jordan was winning championships in college. LeBron didn't even go to college.
LeBron didn't go to college. He came to the NBA. You want to talk about college?
So he had an advantage. You got a head start. If I got to go to college for 4 years.
They got on their knees. They pulled Jordan's pants down. They spit on it and they worked their wrist out. Jordan was glazed. Watch the NBA like wrestling.
Man,
watch the NBA like wrestling. Jordan,
I gotta roll. I gotta roll.
Kobe better than Jordan.
I gotta roll. I gotta roll with the nigga that's 6-0.
That's glazed and fake rings. Jordan Kobe got 2 rings.
Jordan has gone. Just remember this statistic. Jordan played against the most Hall of Fame players of all time. LeBron ain't played. LeBron played against no hard hitters.
Stop it. Doc, look, I don't take you as a man who know a lot about sports. You a very smart man, but sports ain't your forte.
Man, go look. Nobody has played the most Hall of Fame players than Jordan, bro.
No, LeBron, he played a team with 5 Hall of Famers. Steph Curry, Draymond, what are you talking about?
But that's it. But Jordan played. Look, and
Jordan never played the Spurs. He never played.
Another statistic.
LeBron
every single team in the NBA. Every single team in the NBA, Jordan beat them by 40 points twice.
Bro.
LeBron ain't never did that.
Jordan, the teams got the script to slack off Jordan. LeBron did not get the glaze Jordan got because he didn't sell shoes. Jordan sold shoes. Jordan still today has not played in 30-something years.
Still selling shoes.
We're not about to fuck up his image because the shoes got to sell. LeBron did not sell on the shoes, so he tainted his image. Jordan is the money. Look. I want you to look at basketball like wrestling. Wrestlers know when to take the fall. Hey, you're the man. I'm gonna take the fall tonight. John Cena, you're the man. Your toys is selling.
Look at that statistic, bro. Look at that statistic. Read it, bro.
Them defensive first teams don't count, man. That's
man, yes, it do, man. The best offense is a great defense.
They gave Jordan inflated stats. Jordan was not that good. He was nice.
So they didn't inflate LeBron stats.
Yes, LeBron stats got inflated. Yes.
All right then.
But LeBron is still a better player than Jordan.
I think because LeBron a Capricorn, you sticking with Capricorn. Because you a Capricorn and LeBron a Capricorn.
LeBron's a better player. Assists, rebounds. There's more to his basketball game than scoring.
That's it. That's all he got over Jordan. That's all he got over Jordan. Assists and rebounds. He ain't got more points per game than Jordan.
He got more points all the time.
He ain't got more rings than Jordan. How you go to the finals 10 times and lose 6? He lost more than Jordan. He lost just as much as Jordan won.
Doc, LeBron's shoes never sold.
Because you're blaming the shoes. Oh, is it the shoes?
His shoes never sold. Kevin Durant's shoes was selling. Curry's shoes was selling. Curry and Durant need a win. And then here's another thing. With that whole LeBron Jordan situation. Jordan was glazed, stats was stacked, and he lost for 9 seasons. He never made out the first round, second round of playoffs. He never made it to the finals for 9 seasons. His 10th season when Pippen got there, he was the man. LeBron didn't have that.
So you trying to tell me Jordan didn't have scoring titles before Pippen?
He had scoring titles. Fuck scoring titles.
Man.
I mean, F scoring titles.
Man.
F scoring titles.
What say you, bro? Hold up. Let me take this banner off. Boom. Dwight Howard fiance, Amy Luciano, files for divorce from him.
I remember I saw this last. Leave this up for a little bit. Let the chat see it while we talk about it. Leave about 30 more seconds to a minute. I remember seeing this, and I was not surprised because Dwight Howard is yagged out. Dwight Howard grabbed a man's genitalia on camera. She's not going to be married to a man like that. She was only going
Allegedly.
No, this is not allegedly. He on camera grabbed a man's genitalia. Facts. This is on camera. This is not alleged. I can pull the video. Alleged means I can't have no proof. I have proof. Dwight Howard grabbed another man's. We'll say he grabbed his thigh. That was close to his genitalia. So allegedly, he grabbed his genitalia. But Dwight Howard is yagged out. And most time when men have money, a woman will marry you. You have money. Like me and you, Doc. We getting up there on the ladder. But we haven't seen them 10, 15 M's. These girls are going to marry these dudes to try to get that check and get out of there.
That's why I already got mine, man. I already got mine. When the M's come, y'all just some playthings. I already got mine.
She was with me when I was broke, and then look. Dwight Howard had too many rumors.
Right.
Too many rumors. We knew when she married him, she was going to start seeing the feminine ways.
Right.
You know, and then I'm gonna give you another scenario. Dealing with a woman comes from a lot of being down here on the regular world. You have to learn to shut up, be patient, be calm to deal with a woman. It's a lot.
I feel like a lot of these dudes is lames with money, and the females see that and take advantage of that.
You're 100% correct.
Like Travis Hunter.
You are 100% correct.
They lame
He's
with money.
Lame with athletic ability.
Yeah. They lame with money and athletic ability, and the females see that, and at least he tall, at least he tall, at least he's a basketball player, and at least he got a bag. And then another thing I'm saying is this.
Another thing I noticed.
All right, go. What you noticed?
This new generation does not care about realness, respect. I'm the new generation, 27 and under. They don't care about respect. They don't care about realness. They don't care about authenticity, none of that. All they care about is your bag and how fine your chick is. So say, for example, I was talking to a 25-year-old guy a couple weeks ago, and I said, little yachty, you lame. He said, oh, well, he was with Mariah Mills. I said, he didn't lose his virginity till he got into the game. It don't matter. He's rich, and he with Mariah Mills. I'm like, buddy, that's how I look at the game now?
Right.
That long as he got like money is all that's all they care about. They got this new age of kid brainwashed.
So let's take it a little deeper then. is it, since we know that it's a script, are these relationships arranged so that they can be destroyed, so that they can paint the image of dysfunctional black families in the media towards the public to demonize us?
Some of them are, and some of them not. Some of the black families are just dysfunctional. But yes, yes and no. So Nicki
Because
Minaj, we knew.
because
Yes.
because lately, a lot of people been breaking up. A lot of people been getting divorced, from Offset and Cardi B to this right here. Somebody else just got broken up too. That was major. Damn, I forget who it is. But right now, going on, they got a lot of breakups going on in the industry, and I be feeling like that be some type of ritual, like when all them dudes cut all their hair off.
Yeah.
That's what I be feeling like. Everybody know he a little. Everybody know he, he like that fruit juice. He a fruit juicer. Everybody know he's a fruit juicer. Why is he even seen with a bra? Or is this damage control? The rumors of him being a fruit juicer done got out so much, so he gotta play like he getting married, so that he can look like a real man.
Okay, they did this in our hood. I forgot his name. It was a fat boy, man. He was yagged out as I don't know what, but they made him get married when he turned 18. We was in school together. They made him he was yagged out our whole life. So we had this man across the street we all knew was suspect. The fat boy used to hang out with us, like Fat Albert. And he went to the man across the street who was suspect and started Harlem shaking for him, like randomly, and went to his house. And we was like, what's that about? Like, we knew it was weird. He was in there for like 2 hours and then came out. Never said nothing. When he turned 18, his parents made him get married to a girl, and we knew he didn't want to get married. We was like, they did that because the whole world knew he was. I don't know if he's still alive. I don't know. He was pretty big, so I don't know if he's still alive. But we all knew he was jagged out. So yeah, they most definitely use it as a cover up.
It reminds me. It reminds me of P. Diddy. How P. Diddy is notoriously known for being a big yag, but he's always, he's always seen with these females and being this ladies' man, right?
I would say in P. Diddy case, I'm not defending him, but I think P. Diddy does it as a way of power.
Well, remember, if you look at ancient times, remember when you say when in Rome, do as the Romans do. What the Greco-Romans used to do, they used to take over your town or take over your country, take over your city, and in order to demonize you and demoralize you, they used to, grape you. They used to grape you in front of the village people to show that you ain't had no power no more. That's the same thing they did with buck breaking and slavery. They used to buck break us in slavery.
Not us. That didn't happen to me. My people.
Well, when I say us, talking about our people, our ancestors, the people.
Not my ancestors. That's say mine.
I
100% believe slavery didn't happen the way it happened.
Yeah,
I would never accept it. And I feel as long as black people continue to accept slavery, we'll continue to keep our minds in this low level.
That's true.
And I would never.
Well, the reason why. So this is why I accept slavery. Because we're all slaves right now. We're all slaves to the dollar. We're all slaves to the food. We're all slaves to the TV. We're all slaves to the telephone. We're slaving right now. The only difference is they ain't got no master with no whip making us do it. We're on autopilot. This is why I feel a big part of that slavery story was real. Because how did we make it to such a degenerate place without being moved or coerced there or forced there? Right?
By agreeing to it, we agreed to remove our history.
We agreed. Why would we agree to remove our history if we're at the top? That's like a king deciding to get off the throne.
Somebody came, gave us a crazy game, sold us a crazy story, and we agreed to do it. That's the only answer.
My answer is this: I feel like somebody came and pulled off an anime move and hit us under a cold-blooded spell, and we've been a sleeping giant ever since.
Could be one of the or. I even tell my kids, we were never slaves. I
Yeah.
feel as black people, we need to start saying we was never slaves and stop accepting slavery, because as long as we
So
continue
how
to
do
do
we
that,
get why are we slaves now, but we weren't slaves back then?
everybody slaves. If you want to use that, we're slaves now, including the white man, Mexican, everybody who worked for $1 is a slave.
Well, remember the first slaves were the whites and the Mexicans. They remember they were called Slavs, right? And black people in the history of black people used to own a lot of them. Like they used to have free black people. They called freemen. That's where the last name Freeman comes from, a free man. So if you look at that movie, The Django showed you that they had slave black men and then they had free black men, right? That was able to kick it with the white boy and kick it, and not be and not be an actual slave. Only, and then he said, remember, and it was really, really thick in the South, but other places there wasn't no slavery like that. But so what if the story is true, but only true to a selected few, while the other blacks was just moving about living their life, but they had these other blacks that were slaves with the whites and and the Mexicans
And I
and all
tell
that.
people that slavery happened, but it happened on a minute scale. So say you
Okay,
got 100 slave masters, right? 6 of them was grimy and greasy. All the stories we hear is about just them 6. We
right,
don't hear about the rest of the 94 who were black, were white. Like there was slave master that was black, there was slave master that was white. They didn't butt break, they didn't hang, they didn't whip, and they
right.
got paid. And they was less workers who lived
But
there.
that's what the movie The Django shows you, though. Django was getting paid from the white dude to be like a bounty hunter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And this,
I don't
this is the
know.
reason why I like the Django. The Django is the only movie that they show you where the black man during slavery times was the hero and ended up victorious over the slave master.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
People don't even catch that with Quentin Tarantino in that movie.
Yeah, the Django was a lit movie. It's one of the better slave movies, But I tell a lot of people, especially black people, my way of thinking, and black people are cursed by milk and Jesus. You know what I'm saying? I'll
Hold on, who
say
bought
this:
what in Jesus?
milk and Jesus. They
Milk?
all milk and Jesus. I got to have my milk, and I
Wait,
got to
wait, wait,
have
wait,
my
wait,
Jesus.
wait, 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 wait. Milk, like the drink milk?
The milk. It's a term I came up with about brainwashed black people who are just brainwashed. And majority of our people are just brainwashed and slept. Like, think about it. You don't know a white person's religion. When you see a white person, you don't know their religion. When you see a black person, you can tell they worship Jesus. You
Yep.
can
Or you
tell.
can tell they worship Allah, whatever the
Now,
one.
or Allah. But you know. With a white person, you don't know who the fuck who the F they worship.
Unless they the Church of Latter-day Saints on them bikes knocking on your
Yeah,
door.
but majority of the time, we see white people every day. We don't know their religions. We don't know if they worship Jesus. But black people, we live it on our sleeves. Most black people are milking Jesus, and they hold on to the brainwashing. Like they fight me on slavery. I say, let's forget slavery. Let's not think about it. It's not real. No, I was a slave. My granddaddy was a slave. You got like, why do you want that pain? Why do you want that? Why do
Hey,
you have no proof of slavery? There's only a few books. Your grandma never said nobody ever called her the N-word.
where are these so-called slave ships, bro?
There's no slave ships. Your grandma never, my grandma was born in 1932. She never had no stories about bad white people. And I used to ask any black person born in 1901. Now I talked to a black woman who was 95 years old, and I was asking her about back in the day. She said, back in the day, I was cool with the whites. We
Yeah.
were 100 years old. So let's go back 100 years, 1930. If you go back to 1965, where they said it was really racist because racism was created with the TV.
Yeah.
But most black people are brainwashed by milk and Jesus, and they will never let go of the brainwashing. So even when I give them my thoughts, say slavery happened, say it happened. People was butt breaking. They whipped and I just don't want to put that out there. I would rather tell the lie so much that the lie become the truth.
Mm.
So it can change our minds. I feel like slavery is what keep us slow.
Yeah. Yeah. No. You're 100% absolute right, correct me exactly. I had did a live stream a few years back, a little time back, where I said that number one, we're not really from Africa, and number two, the story of slavery is a myth. So no, you 100% correct, right, and exact. And the one thing that enforces slavery is what? The Bible, the religion, Jesus, right?
Yeah. I'll tell you
Yeah.
this after you're done.
Okay, go ahead.
So when I was in the military, when I truly let go of religion in 2016, I let it go completely. I still pray, I still got my practices from my childhood, but I let it go from a cult standpoint.
Yeah.
Oh, in
Okay.
2016, I was on a military training base in Arkansas, and I wanted to go to church. I said, "Let me go to church." I go to church, and we're reading about slavery. It was the book of James, and we're reading about slavery, how slaves need to listen to their master. And I remember sitting in that church. I was the only black person in church, and I'm like, "What is going on right now?" Like we're reading about how slaves listen to their master. We're reading about how slaves need to be obedient to their master and let the master do what they want. It's in scripture. Now I'm the only black person this is affecting because I held on to slavery.
Right.
And it's only bothering me. So I'm like, this is complete nonsense. This is and we have plenty of black folk who read these scriptures and will hold on to it and they use these scriptures for us to be enslaved. So that's why I let go of everything. I let go of slavery. I let go of religion. I let go of everything. I
Yeah.
got my own beliefs. Like right now, I have zero fear about where I go when I die. Zero fear.
Zero fear. Zero,
Zero.
zero fear. And
I am
remember, and that's how you actually go where you need to go when you die.
Yeah,
Because
I am not worried about death in a sense of where I go when I leave. I'm worried about leaving my kids too early. I don't want to die now. I got children. You know what I'm
right.
saying? I got a mission here on earth I want to complete. But I'm not afraid of hell. I let go of hell. I let go of heaven. I let go of both of them. I let go of all of any idea of religion. I let it go that day. I said, I'm
Okay.
done with it. And
Okay.
I feel that day I got saved.
Oh, hey, I believe you too. Check this out, man. Let me take this banner out real quick. Florida mom unalives her two children and herself, right? In an unalived, you see it right there, after losing a custody battle. She said, if I can't have the kids, you can't have the kid.
Nah, man. Here's some. Nah, I see what you're saying about that one. We got one chat, bro. I don't respond to the chat, but somebody said, "Cause you scared of reality, bro." Basically, what I'm saying about let go religion. Hear the stuff I'm talking about.
Right.
These people hold on to this text that's 1,000 years old.
But look at it. But remember, look
No,
at this.
I have
He
zero.
a plant. Look at he a plant. Look at his name. He ain't got no face. He ain't got no profile. GFTYGGGB. Man, that's on some old agent type stuff.
That's a plant. That's an agent. I'll
Yeah.
talk about this in a second, but I really want people to understand. I have zero fear. You can't scare me with hell. You can't scare
Yeah.
me with hell. You can't scare me with that. But that lady killing herself and her both her kids, you know, that's really unfortunate, But then people go crazy. That different
Man.
race.
So the first thing that I'm noticing in this is selfishness, right? Um, Men lose custody battles all the time and don't go unalive themselves with the children, right? But soon as it didn't go this female's way, she probably used to getting her way her whole life, and it didn't go her way. and she went off the deep end. You feel what I'm saying? We're just doing a recap, man. These are all the things that happened within the last week. These things happened within the last week. I'm gonna get to this next one right here. And what you think about that? Boom. LiAngelo Ball files for there go that divorce thing again. I was telling you, LiAngelo Ball files for divorce from his wife Rashida Nicole just weeks after she announced her pregnancy. Now, this is what I immediately thought when I seen that. That baby not his, she was cheating.
I would not say the baby not his, he was cheating. I think he just seen that he ain't supposed to be there. She started showing her true ways, like attitude, aggravation. And he wanted, and when you're married in America, you gotta be married for 6 months for them to get your money.
Right.
You want to get out before that 6 months come. It takes a long time.
So he wasn't married to her for 6 months yet?
He wasn't married to her for 6 months. I don't think so.
What? Oh, I thought. Oh, all right. I thought that was just like wife. Like he been married.
No, they only been married for a minute, but she probably was cheating. But people, these NBA players, this is what I tell my military dudes. I'm in Fayetteville, North Carolina. We got a military base called Fort Bragg. I was in the military here. I used to get preyed on by really attractive women. When I was in my military uniform and I had my fade and my bald face, yeah, attractive women used to approach me until I told them I was National Guard. They would leave me alone. I say I'm National Guard. They're like, National Guard? You ain't active? Nah, I'm a weekender. Ew.
Nigga, you ain't gang.
Facts. Ew.
You ain't gang.
You're a National Guard? You're a weekender? Go.
You're a weekend warrior.
I tell my military dudes, be careful of these women. I warn them. They don't want you.
You're a weekend warrior.
These NBA players.
You're a weekend warrior.
These NBA players are getting finessed by the most attractive women who are doing everything. These girls working their wrist.
And he not even an NBA player. His two brothers is NBA players.
It's like a Kardashian. Being married to a Ball brother, Kardashian. Both your brothers in the NBA.
The Ball brothers are like the Ball brothers are the male version of the Kardashians.
Now, granted, he had a #1 song on the radio 2 months ago. He was trending.
Yeah.
That song will be played for the next 5 years. He can tour off that for the next 5 years. She see a bag, and he can hoop still. He's still 6'3", 230. Yeah. He can still hoop. So she see a bag. I guarantee he make $1 million a year.
Oh, easy.
Guarantee you easy.
Well, remember his record deal is a $13 million record deal.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he has a $13 million record deal, and it was from that song. I'm serving on a whoa.
That song was dope for what it was.
But he got a $13 million deal off that song.
But she knew what she was doing, man. She knew, hey, I'm about to get a bag. I'm about to eat off this. I'm about to do that. You know, I don't blame him for. When I see the divorce thing, I don't know why these dudes be getting married to these skeezer women when y'all
because
rich.
They're under a spell.
If I was that rich, I wouldn't trust no woman.
So I was watching this episode. I was watching this cartoon episode on Cartoon Network, and it gave a cool spin on who is the true, hidden hand that runs the world, right? And it was these Sonic the Hedgehog people, right? And they were going to their Sonic the Hedgehog people meeting. And while they was going to their meeting, they said they put their little triangle hats on, and they started bowing down and worshiping their benevolent God. And the benevolent God in the shadow looked like this demon. But when it came from out of the shadow, it was these 3 females. Implying that the Sonic the Hedgehog people answer to a hidden hand cabal of these high-level witches.
I wouldn't be surprised. Bro, look what women do to men, bro. Look what they make us do as a species. As a male species, what they make us do. I done jumped out the gym a few times for women. A few times in my life. I'm talking
Jump man.
We done seen. I would not be surprised if it was females who call the shots and
All
control
right.
the
Well,
world.
here goes a surprising statistic that a little person has a higher probability of getting unalived by the hands of a female than a male.
A kid?
A kid has a higher probability of getting
A
more.
KID. You talking
Listen,
about
more
A,
kids.
no, say a KID.
Huh?
A KID.
Yeah. A KID, a little person, right? A little person, an underage, or like you call it, an underage person. The statistics show that underage people get unalived more in the hands of and the care of females. Nobody. This is a statistic that nobody knows. It surprised me and appalled me. Now, don't get it twisted. Those who get arrested for the transferring of underage people, right, are males. But the underage people who get unalived on a statistical basis, it happens more in the custody of the female. So that means more underage people are being unalived by females than males.
I can believe it because they're around them more than we are. But I do.
So, but think about it. This is why they systematically removed us from around them. They systematically remove the male from around the underage people so that this statistic can happen, because they know what's going to happen when a female blows a gasket because she done had too much stress and it's overwhelming.
But here's the thing: I would never trust a daycare fully ran by males. Now, a daycare with one male leading, I would trust it because my child was at a daycare where the male was at the top.
I used to own a daycare.
Yeah, I'm saying one male leading, but a daycare all males, no.
Nah. I'm not messing with that.
But yeah, you're right. Because think about it. If men, we still lead the most in adult bedroom activities with underage people. We still lead that.
Yeah.
Way more than female. I think we lead
no,
that.
but remember this. Who did R. Kelly pay for that underager? Her mama. Who did all the recruiting for the dude on the island?
Yeah, the dude on the island, a female.
A female.
Because we trust women. We trust them.
Listen, so wait a minute. So is it the men? Is it the men? It's all look. It's the men who are who are doing
actions.
who are doing devious things with underage people. But who are these men using and relying on to get access to the underage people? The females. It's the female that let this dude
the
who
opposite
don't know from a
gender
can of paint into her house around her underage progeny. It is the female. You feel what I'm saying? So when you look at it, just look at this. This got me right here. The plan, the plan, the plan people, that plan clinic. The plan hood clinic. When I seen the alarming rate that women go to the Planned Hood clinic and do their thing, it showed me, wait a minute, man. There's a bias. Women, they calling it, I could do what I want with my body. Wait a minute though. What are you doing with your body? You are unaliving your potential little one. A man can't put no gun in your head and make you go to that clinic. So more fetuses, meaning more little people, get unalived by females than males, even though more males do devious SA with the little people than females.
We're not never not that the fact that the opposite gender of males, those people have some sadistic ways. We're never gonna knock that.
And you said it. You said it ain't never gonna stop.
They got some terrible ways, especially for younger people. Oh, this dude's a nutcase. Hey, do you think he got the rest of his hand?
All right, so look, you ready for the kicker? Here go my kicker right here, bro. My kicker is this. I feel like that full extra and that thing with his hand was a ritual.
I agree.
All right, so listen, they got 4 ways. His name 4 extra. 4 ways. What that 4 represent, Duane?
The ways you can get in. You can.
Not the ways you get in. 4 is the number of who though?
I'm not aware.
4 is the number of the 6th planet away from the sun.
Why wouldn't it
4
be
is the
6?
number. That's why it's called the Fantastic Four. That's why you got the 4 elements. But the symbol of the 6th planet away from the sun is an H. Upside down H is a what, Duane?
A 4.
Right. So boom. So they got 4 ways you can get in. What's the 4 ways you can get in?
Man on man, sacrifice, self-sacrifice, or time.
No. The 4 ways you can get in. You got the man on man. You got the unaliving of a loved one. You can give a hand, you can give a hidden hand, or you can give an eye. A hidden hand, a hand gonna get you 5 years. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get a 5-year contract with a hand. You get a 7-year contract with an eye. When you bust open the back door, that's like a 12, 13-year contract. And when you unalive an underage person or your mama, that's a 17-year. That's a 17-year. Or if you pull off a Jennifer Hudson and do your mama with the underage
Whole family.
Yeah, your whole family. When you do your whole family, you get that's a 50. That's that 50. That's that 50 cent. That's that 50 cent. You ain't gonna even live that long in the doing the stuff. But that's what that's the word and the rumor on the street in the occultic things that I've read and the occultic things that I've seen others, like other Caucasians go through, because I've met like death metal heads, right? I told you my family is heavy in it, and my cousin, when he turned 13, he shot his eye out.
Right, randomly,
just shot his eye out. They said he shot his eye out with a BB gun, and I always thought, how the hell he shooting his eye out with a BB gun? That don't make no sense. Well, somebody held it to him and hit him, or he hit him. You telling me it ricocheted and knocked his whole eye out?
I don't know.
And remember, Nori told you, they got them doors. They got them doors. He just didn't mention the 4th door. He ain't mention the 4th door. They got 4 doors. That's why a car got 4 doors. 4-door sedan. But anyway, he's out of the hospital, and he's out of the hospital. And look what he says. Off the bat, niggas thought it was over. Fast recovery. Who?
God is good.
Good is good. Because good ain't nothing but an extra O to God. God start with a G. We already know what that G is. I'm just saying that's just my conspiratorial mind.
No, with him trying to get to this bag, I'm pretty sure he sat down with Adam 22 and he told him what needs to be done. With him being the dude who done went to jail, he probably took some cheeks, but he never gave up his cheeks, in jail. And he was like, you know what? I'm not with giving my own up. They're like, well, you got this option here, where
they gave him a list. You got 4 ways you can get in. You got 4 ways you can get in. After you get in, it's on you to stay in. If you don't stay in and pay the piper, it's on you. You feel me?
Boozy got shot in the leg shortly after Mo3 died. You can give up a leg or arm.
You look at it. Well,
Diddy had his hand.
Boosie still got his leg right now. We just seen Boosie climbing the fence, jumping down the ramp to the water slide. No, his hand is gone. I showed the picture. Here go the picture. His hand is gone. It's covered up, so you know his hand gone.
He might have a nub. It might look like this right here.
Man, Adam 22 and WAG 100 said they had to cut his hand down they had to cut most of his hand down to the wrist. He probably got this right here. He probably able to throw up the peace sign with no thumb and no.
Yeah, he probably got something like that. But look, he about to be famous the rest of his life.
Nah, really, he got 5 years.
Yeah, Fetty Wap gave him his eye.
Fetty Wap got 7. And after them 7 was over with, he didn't start paying the piper. Where he at right now?
Prison.
Okay. And they give you a chance to learn your lesson. They give you a chance to sit down, young thug. They're going to sit you down real quick, young thug. You think you too much for the program. You think you too bigger than the program. We'll sit you down real quick and teach you a lesson. Oh, did it? You think you bigger than the program? We'll sit you down real quick and teach you a lesson. You want to sue the alcohol companies and hold on, Bill Cosby, you trying to buy NBC? Sit him down, teach him a lesson. Hold on, Lil Wayne, you think you bigger than Birdman? Sat him down, taught him a lesson. He had to give up. He had to sell his whole master catalog to get out of the jam. You feel me? Every time
Nobody talk about that.
Look, every time them puppets start thinking they bigger than the strings that pulled them, the strings get cut and they sit down, and next thing you know, they come out more. Look, NBA young boy, he thought he was bigger than the program. Sat him down on house arrest for a buku years and taught him a lesson. Now he's real docile. Now he's real humble. Now he's real. Got it. I got it, fellas. Y'all run it.
He did the panda eyes too. I'm doing a video on panda eyes. He did the panda eyes. Young Thug did the panda.
That's horrible.
Panda eyes.
That's horrible. To think about what panda eyes come from, that's horrible. And now that song comes back to mind from Designer.
Panda.
But what's the first word in panda?
I got bras in Atlanta. She's gonna ding the family.
No. I'm talking about the actual word panda. What's the first root word in panda?
Pan. Oh yeah, the god Pan.
What is Pan represented by?
That goat in the woods, effing a deer.
Goat god Pan. And when you get the Black Coup Codex, you're gonna read and see the history behind it, and you're gonna see that the goat god Pan is actually just another form of the 6th planet away from the sun. So it's all different forms of worship to God. Who is the God of this world? It ain't the benevolent God, but it's a God in this that owns this world. Period. And they said, that's why he said God is good. Wait a minute. And I don't be trusting nobody that be coming from them gangs, them blood gangs, them Crip gangs, all them different gangs. Those are just Sonic the Hedgehog people run them and own them.
Yeah, I don't trust them either.
Yeah, I don't trust. And so and then right before his hand, the same hand he blew off was the same hand he was pointing at and pointing at using towards 607 Onk. And I feel like 607 Onk was the witch doctor or the voodoo magical gatekeeper that he had to go through to do the magic to even do the ritual.
Yeah, I agree.
607 Onk been collabing with Adam 22. 607 Onk been said out loud that he unalived his child to get, and he said he's half Illuminati, half street. 607 Onk been showing people that this is magic, this is sorcery, but everybody think he crazy because of the way he expressed himself, copying all of me. But that's a whole nother story.
He stole your whole swag, bro.
Yeah, he stole my whole swag, but that's a whole nother story, bro. But if you look at it, and then it was, remember, on the 4th, 4 extra blew off 4 fingers on the 4th of July. 444, like the Jay-Z album.
And now he back and want 50 bands for an interview.
And he
sit down and talk for 2 hours.
And guess what? Somebody gonna pay him that too.
Not only is he
asking for 50 bands, he's also asking people to donate to his Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, and Zelle so that they can help him out with a GoFundMe. You feel me? Because of his hand. And Charleston White got up there and said, "Nigga, nobody about to help you. We didn't like you anyway."
Yeah, I ain't rock with folk. I think he's a really bad showing for black men.
Yeah, that's facts. He's 100. But remember, that's the only ones that they're going to promote. They're only going to promote the black guys that make buffoons of themselves. They're only going to promote the black guys who
going to prison is not lit. You been to prison? Prison not lit, is it?
Man, listen, prison. I've been to 12 years of my life was spent in prison, bro. 12 whole years of my life.
I never hear you brag about it. Like it's
never. You will never hear me brag about it because I believe that death and life in the power of the tongue, and if you speak it, you can remanifest it or you can manifest it. That's why you never hear me speak on it. The only way you hear me speak on it is speaking on it in a way of how I'm not going back. And how, I can recognize things in this game because it mimics the prison system, right? A lot of things in this game mimics the prison system. And when I see people like that, I say, wow, look, like old boy, what his name is, 5'5", the nigga with,
5'5" Crip Mac.
yeah, 5'5" Crip Mac, right? Crip Mac. He in jail right now. But what did he used to talk about? He used to always talk about jail and the streets. If that's all you talk about on these Adam 22 podcasts and all these things, and people keep replaying it. People keep replaying your voice, speaking it over and over. That's like you on a broken record talking about you gonna go to jail. Matter of fact, think about all the artists that speak about street life, all the artists that speak about thug life. They end up in jail or dead. They either die or they go to jail. Why? Because that's the only two places you can go living that life. Hold on, man. Let's get to this right here real quick. I already knew he was gonna pull a Dr. off on everybody.
Bro, don't believe these dudes, bro. They're terrible people, man. Akon was finessing.
So first and foremost, Akon had been probably, this was what, 20, if I'm not mistaken, this was like 2012. In 2012, 2013, Akon had promised he had got $1 billion credit. He had got $1 billion line of credit from China. And that $1 billion line of credit from China was to build a futuristic Wakanda-like city in his city, in a mega city in Senegal, Africa. And now it's 2025, 13 years later, and that project has been abandoned. I feel like this is what's gonna happen with Dr. Umar. I feel like that was a money grab. I feel like he did that just to get that money. I feel like he did that just to get that money from China, or China laundered some money through him.
Make sure y'all hit the like button. Support the like show. Go to payhip.com. Get your Black Saturn books. What you call it? The Black Cube or what?
Go to Chakra Doctor. Go to chakradoctor.xyz. Get the Black Cube Codex on chakradoctor.xyz. I got the Money Magic Library also open if you want to manifest you some wealth. I got some cold-blooded magic books if you want to read them. You feel me? I got some great healing. I got some great health and wellness products on there, as well as some mentorship and all kind of other programs on there. Chakradoctor.xyz, home of the Black Cube Codex.
XYZ. Y'all go support that. But I knew Akon was a fake man.
Right there. He was that.
He was a fake dude, man. All that stuff is fake, man. Fake news, fake history, fake medicine, fake food, we in a fake reality, man. The world is made up of, and why people hate the truth. They hate the truth, man, because they don't want to accept the truth.
They don't want to accept the truth. Matter of fact, the truth in the world of lies is a devil.
Facts. They hate the truth. If you a bad person, you tell me the truth.
Yeah, if you remember, because Rihanna said, we love the way you lie.
So say you a dude, right? You with your woman, and you probably got a small man downstairs, right? You ain't pleased your wife in years. You will rather your wife lie to you for years and then her finally get drunk, be like, you know what? I ain't bust in 25 years being married to you. Now your feelings hurt. You would rather let her lie. You put me down every night.
Man, I'm glad I'm not little.
Hey man, look, I never had no complaints over here.
I've never had no complaints. But also, I've always noticed this too, right? You tend to get a pass in life with women when you're good in bed.
Most definitely.
When you're good in bed, other women talk to other women about you, and other women seek that out. When you're good in bed, women let certain things slide that they wouldn't let slide if you weren't good in bed.
Right.
Period.
Right.
Period, bro. Hold on, I got another one for you. Check this out. Recap.
Bad news for T.I. Tiny OG girls after Judge decided not to gut the jury's punitive damages award. He took MGA's motion for a new trial and decided it won't limit the punitive. So instead of $53.6 million, he says they're due $1 or a new trial. I don't get it.
So T.I. and Tiny was awarded. Remember, so they had a group called OMG Girls, and this other group came out mimicking their OMG Girl swag and their whole look and everything. They went sued them in court and got awarded $53.6 million in court in punitive damages, right? And now another judge, the people who they sued and got the money from, that filed a motion in court to negate the punitive damage. So the judge agreed to negate the punitive damages, aka the 53 to 56, $353 million or whatever. And now they say you either gonna do a retrial or all we owe you is $1.
Oh God.
But the reason why I showed, my main reason why I showed this is not even for the story. The main reason why I showed this is Tiny is aging bad, bro. Them plastic surgeries are not doing her. Look at Tiny's face. She looks like the guy off of Saw.
She does.
This is horrible, bro. We got to take care of ourselves, bro. We got to have a better diet. We got to take care of ourselves.
Drink water.
Man, drink some
Sleep,
water, exercise, lose some weight. Man, like, we got to take care of ourselves, black people, because she is looking like the face mask of Saw.
But see, we can't tell our females nothing. Look how many people who are the opposite gender of males they have a race that is darker than the rest of them. Look how they act. You can't tell them nothing. They have some of the worst bills in the world. Right. They go and get mad surgeries and they do what they want to do. It's like we can tell, like, who told the opposite gender of males to get BBLs? Who told them that?
Listen, you ready for the kicker? The statistic says that the opposite gender of males, on average, weigh 187 pounds. When I say males, I'm talking about our kind of males.
Darker skin.
The darker skin opposite gender of males on average weigh 187 pounds. The average male, darker skinned male, guess how much he weighs? 158 pounds. So on average, the opposite gender, dark skinned people outweigh their male companions by 30 pounds.
And then they walk around 3, 4, 5, 6 stomachs. They get a B. Who told them girls to get BBLs, bro? Who told all of them to get BBLs? Who said we like that? Who said we like the chicken leg? Who said it? Who said it? Who's the number one buyer of BBLs besides Puerto Ricans?
Besides Brazilians.
Yeah.
Yes.
We are. We're the face of it, and we look bad. And don't get it twisted. There was a lady who looked like Winnie the Pooh. I agree with her getting it. Like, you look bad. Get the surgery. You look terrible. But a lot of women who didn't look terrible got the surgery. Now, if you look, but here's the thing: why don't we? So growing up, I never seen my parents exercise. I never seen my parents drink water. I never seen nobody in my family live a healthy lifestyle. Why don't our culture promote healthier lifestyles? I'm the only dude from my era drinking water. I'm the only dude seen walk around in a gallon of jug of water.
Man, that's crazy, because I used to see my mom work out. I used to see my dad work out, lift weights. My dad used to always have a nice build. I always used to envy his build and say I wanted to be like that one day. And because I was the only child. My mama gave me whatever I wanted to eat, and I used to just tear the refrigerator up. And boy, when I got older and learned that was not the way, right? It really dawned on me. The same question hit me. Why are we the ones going through this? And when you look at all of the major ailments that plague America, the number one major ailments that plague America plague us first, right? Diabetes, heart disease, cancer, obesity, right? And all of these mental illnesses. Because a lot of people don't realize mental illnesses come from the things that we ingest in our body, from drugs to the food that is masquerading as drugs, right? So the number one thing I wanted to just show is like, and man, look, you know who else look like that? Martin Payne looked like that. Vivica A. Fox looked like that.
They got that swollen face.
They got that swole glut face, that gluttony face. I'm gonna call it that gluttony face. And gluttony is one of the 7 major sins, aka one of the 7 major archons, bro. So, and no preacher, you'll never find a preacher in no pulpit talking about gluttony. Why? Because after they get from church, they going to the IHOP, they going to the Golden Corral, they going to the restaurant and go feed their face. Look at this here. Oh, wait a minute, sorry. Wait, I want to show you this one right here. Boom. Man, and this is and this makes me this be making me ashamed to be, you know, like this is what we spent all our money on.
This our culture.
This is our
For
culture,
what,
bro.
man? Why are you spending so much at a place where you got these certain individuals who unclothe themselves?
So you
For
ready for
what?
this? I think this is a form of a way of paying their dues.
I agree.
You know,
I
I,
agree.
I feel like
Extortion.
I feel like they're paid to not do productive things with their money. So the only thing that's left for them to do is unproductive things. Because the minute you start doing productive things with your money for black people, that's the minute you end up Bill Cosby. That's the minute you end up P. Diddy. Because P. Diddy was
Let's
trying
do
to
the
open up.
math.
Because P. Diddy was trying to open up a black political party.
Yeah, P. Diddy was trying to buy Revolt. Let's do the
Yeah,
math. There's 52 Mondays in a year. He spent $500,000. So he spent $10 million in 20 years. $10 million.
and
Probably
he,
more.
money he'll never get back. And the money, listen, and the females who he gave that money to don't even care about him.
They don't care about him.
They don't care about him,
And
bro.
then here's another thing. Jermaine Dupri is notorious for touching underage males that was coming up in the rap game. He's notorious for it.
And you already know. You already know. In case y'all don't know, the Mac Data make you,
Jump,
Chris Cross will make you,
jump.
and that dude and the light skinned dude from Chris Cross. I think with the dark skinned dude or the
He
light skinned
died.
dude.
He's dead.
Which one?
The brown skin one.
The brown skin one got unalive because of the pressure and the stress of what Dupree
Happened to him
did.
at a young age. He was drinking.
Yeah.
He was
drunk
really messed up about it.
Yeah, he drank himself into an oblivion, man. And this is what happens, bro. Like, and nobody don't want to say nothing about it. But he looked like one of them weirdo people, though. Boom. The internet is going viral after Serena Williams' workout body. This is on the left. This is how Serena Williams looked in her prime when she was playing tennis. And on the right, this is the new Serena Williams.
Serena Williams is married to a Caucasian male.
Mm-hmm.
Caucasian males do not like thickness. They like pancake bottoms and smaller women.
Why?
Why? Because in their culture, they do man on man. They like their women to look like men.
Well, another thing, I call it penis envy. Right? In their culture, their penises are naturally small, and you can't get behind all that.
Back. You can't hit from the back. You can't handle all that thickness.
You can't handle all that thickness when you can't handle all that thickness.
If you ain't got 7 to 8 inches, you not doing nothing with Serena Williams. With this skinny, the thing to the right, 5 inches, you can work that.
You can work that. You can work that with a 5-piece. 5-piece from Popeye. You can't work that. You can't work that 5-piece from Popeye.
I do believe she has been cloned. I do believe she's a monarch child. And I do believe her history and how she was raised is fabricated by her father being in the game. I think her, Tiger Woods, LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Floyd Mayweather, all of them are monarch kids. Oh, Duane, why the great athletes all got to be monarch kids? Because they grew up and did nothing with their money. They did nothing for the hood. They did nothing for black culture.
Serena Williams on the tennis court, Serena, was fine.
Only body-wise, her face was always beat.
Yeah, her face always looked like a man child, but
body, yes.
When nothing playing with Serena Williams' body. Serena Williams used to put on that Puma suit, come out there and murder the game, man.
What? I remember being 5 watching tennis for no reason.
Man, I used to watch the Olympics, watch tennis and volleyball for no reason.
Man, I don't even know the rules of the sport. I don't even know the rules. I'm just watching.
In other news, you were just talking about this, right? You just talking about
it.
Boom. Give us the rundown on that, bro. You know the rundown on it better, than me.
Well, I think the internet is too woke right now because they confuse this situation with it being MK Ultra conspiracy. It's not a conspiracy. This happens in the hood every day. There's slow people in the hood. There's pork and beans, rice, and hot dogs we eat on a daily basis. Her parents were slow. Yeah, they had a slow baby. And guess what? She probably did manifest Chucky in her life because a YouTube channel says she's possessed by Chucky. She probably did manifest that.
I don't think she was possessed by Chucky because Chucky just died.
Yeah, the dude who plays voice, right?
The dude that plays Chucky's voice gone. He died.
But people were saying there's a channel that says she's possessed by the spirit of Chucky. But what I'm getting at is, but they're not going to waste MK Ultra dollars for.
But wait a minute, it could be. It could be. Because guess what Chucky means? Chuck is the nickname for Charles. Charles is Scottish. That's the Scottish Rite. Hey, my bad. That just ran across my brain, dog. Keep going.
It could be. Like I said, when Buddy made his video, I'm not knocking it. All I know is they're not about to waste MK Ultra dollars on a McDonald's manager.
Wasn't she 34 and he was 34 and she was 52?
I think the young lady was 26 and the lady was 52.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't know the ages, but I just know they're not about to waste sacrifice. It could be sacrificial. It could be, usually when lives are taken, it happens.
Think about it. It happened at a Mickey D's. So what if certain Mickey D locations gotta pay the piper in order to keep their Mickey D's franchise running?
I agree, because at my McDonald's, fights will happen every Friday at the football game. Young kids will fight. A young kid who I went to school with, he got unalived in the McDonald's.
Well, another thing? I remember a lot of people, man, and a lot of people in New Orleans was getting unalived in front McDonald's. Was getting, same thing. Because staff spelled backwards is bats. Nigga was getting them bats in McDonald's. They was getting unalived in McDonald's. You feel me? And another thing, is it just that secret sauce, that human meat that they putting in the food?
Man,
could it be that?
It could be a lot, but I don't feel like, my heart of hearts does not feel like this story. If it was accidental. This might be the first story that was accidental that brought all this speculation. Like, how you coming up with the human meat? You thinking the average viewer watching it saying MK Ultra, people saying she need to get help.
But
I don't think this is purposely by the government.
Well, all right, but independent studies show that McDonald's meat has, they analyzed 85 McDonald's across the United States.
It got human meat. It had
3%. It had 3 to 5% human DNA in the meat. So
and I know this when I eat it.
And I remember that. So this thing that brought my memory. This juicy preacher, right? Them J people, right? Them J people. And I remember he was the bald head dude. He said, we unalive our enemies. We unalive our enemies, underage people, and we grind them up in a McDonald's meat grinder. You don't remember that? I'm gonna have to show it to you. It was this famous J word. This famous J word, and this famous J word was talking about.
You treading hot water right now, talking about them.
Oh no, I ain't about to say J word. That could be. That could be anything.
No, I ain't tell you. They took one of my videos down
for saying J word.
I said space J word, and they said
no,
this is offensive.
You can't say. You gotta say the word letter J and word. You can't say.
Well, they got this channel right. Why you think I took 2 months off?
Or juicy fruits.
People don't understand. When I take these time off, it's to stay here on YouTube. I took when it happened in April. Did I upload in May? Did I upload in June? You got to wait 90 days for it to clear out. Once the 60s, 50, I can do it. But they got me like in April. They said, they took the whole video off and gave me a warning for anti-Semitism.
Well, somebody said Chakra Doc is not a normal man. Hey, bro, I keep trying to tell y'all I'm not normal. I keep trying to tell y'all I am a celestial God trapped inside of a human body, here to teach y'all some lessons so that y'all can wake y'all butt up out this matrix and not have to come back here, get loot back here. But that's a whole nother story. Let's move on.
Yeah, I do believe you are what you say you is, because you and my mom having the same birthday. I wouldn't have rocked with you if you didn't have my mama's birthday. When you had my mama's birthday, I said it's solidified. This man.
And I know your mama on that level, boy.
What? She is. But she's saved and she's she with, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't talk to her about it.
Yeah,
This is cities
that's
with the
true.
finals is going viral: Miami, Los Angeles, New York, Las Vegas, Chicago, Baltimore, Maryland, Orlando.
In your opinion, from traveling in the National Guard or doing your thing, what the baddest females? What state, city, and state got the baddest females in your opinion? So right here it says city of U.S. List of U.S. cities with the finest women is going viral, right? So this had 8 million views on Twitter X, and everybody commenting on, well, y'all forgot about this state, y'all forgot about this city.
Here's the thing, they're everywhere.
They said Miami, Florida was number one.
Because they got the most Spanish.
You
California,
think Miami,
most Spanish.
you think Miami, Florida is the number one?
If you look at all those places, it's the most Spanish women and black women.
Oh,
Not
so
one
you're
place
right,
is
Cali.
predominantly white except Seattle, Washington.
Oh, you right. Wait a minute.
Everywhere
right.
is black and white. Newark, New Jersey.
Wait a minute.
Austin,
Chicago.
Texas, maybe white
Wait a minute.
girls.
They got Chicago number. They got Chicago up here.
That's black women. Houston, Texas, black women. San Diego, Spanish. Baltimore, black.
DC.
Orlando, Florida, Spanish. Dallas, Texas, might be white. We're going to say black. Bay Area, California, that might be a mix. Black and Tampa Bay, everything.
So in your opinion of traveling, and moving around, who you are, not even traveling and moving around, just from what you've seen, who you think, what city, state you think got the finest women?
I agree with this list.
You agree with this list? I agree with this list too.
100%.
That's the reason why. That's the only reason why I brought it up. I brought it up because I agree with the list. And I was mad that my city didn't even make it up there, but I had to say to myself, yeah, my city probably make top 25, but not top 20.
No city in North Carolina will make the top 50. We got some of the dustiest here.
Oh, so what that mean? You was outsourcing? You was outsourcing poo-poo?
No, it means I got a low standard.
So you a low life.
I done hit some monsters, man. I'm not proud of my life.
You done took one for the team.
Too many times.
You say you a low life. You're like on the slow. This is going viral. Now this is another thing that's going viral again, y'all. It's like the world don't want to let this go.
Oh my God, who's Courtney Cox? And she did it. See, on Twitter in 2010 to 2017, they were wilding on Twitter. James Gunn, what's John Legend?
John Legend, Chrissy Teigen.
Courtney Cox. This is crazy.
Yes.
And then they showed this.
And then they
This is the most satanic. I ain't gonna say atanic. This is the most atanic you can be. When you see this right here, this is atanic. It doesn't get no more atanic than that.
It don't get no more atanic than that, baby.
No more.
Man, that's going crazy right now, though, man. On Twitter is going crazy right now. They're the new generation. For some reason, all of the old tweets and all of the old ways are getting re-evaluated and re-examined under the microscope, under the Gen Z microscope, and they're saying, hey, these y'all old heads was some weirdos back in the day. How y'all let this go down back in the day? And I'm just saying,
a movie called The Raging Bull the other day. One of my favorite movies. I love The Mob. This is the fourth greatest movie of all time. In that movie, the main character holler at a 15-year-old. They were wild back in the day.
I was listening to this song, right? I was listening to this disco song, and the name of the song is called Beauty Queen. And it said, Beauty Queen, only 17, you can dance. I'm like, they really talking about, getting with a 17-year-old right now. It's really, it's really real. But I always say this, if you go on P-Hub, you'll see teens category. So it's been around. And the teens category been around in the P industry.
It's been in that P industry since I was a kid. That's why when I grew up and I seen people outraged by a guy who's 30, say a dude 40 years old talking to a 20-year-old. I never understood the outrage because it's always been in the P industry.
And listen, and not only that, I never understood the outrage because that's always been the thing since the beginning of time. Youth attracted elders, and elders always attracted youth on both ends of the field. From the beginning of time to now, you're always gonna hear a story about an older guy that hooked up with a younger chick and an older woman that hooked up with a younger guy.
Doc, my funniest story ever. I was driving Uber. This chick was stressed out by her man. I said, "What's going on?" She was like, "Stressed out by my man." I'm like, "What's I? Why he seemed young? How old is he?" She said, "You don't want to know his age." I said, "How old is he?" 72. I said, "You stressed out by a 72-year-old man?" I said, "Baby, how old is you?" She like, "I'm 28." Bro, 72 years old. She was in my bed. Now I might be exaggerating the age, but I do know for a fact it was 60 plus. I know that for a fact.
Hugh Hefner is the perfect example of being an old guy surrounded by youthful females, and you couldn't be his girlfriend unless you posed in Playboy.
He was CIA. Hugh Hefner
Well,
was
we know.
FBI.
Look, we know the alphabet people. We know the alphabet. We know the alphabet agencies are the main vehicle of transferring the underagers.
Yeah, he was AIC.
Yeah,
He was a seer.
yeah,
He was a seer. He was
with that intelligence. He was with them intelligence people.
He was with them intelligence people. I like that.
He was. Oh man, this is crazy. This is crazy. Boom. Can you read that, D?
So far, Young Man has not made a formal public statement. However, cryptic posts have surfaced on her Instagram story, including a simple black screen with a pray for me. Another post, everything I built just gone. Reaction from the hip hop world have ranged from supporter to deeply concerned. Rapper Saucy Santana, a close friend of Young Man, tweeted, "Sis is strong. We got you." Period. Meanwhile, fans have flooded social media accounts with messages and love and encouragement. Medical professionals have since stepped forward to urge the public and handle situation sensitivity and avoid spreading mischief. HIV is not death sentence. One Miami-based physician emphasizes with proper treatment, many live long, full lives with critical, no emotional support. While the fullness of her health and no next step remains unknown, one thing is clear: Young Man is facing one of the most difficult chapters of her life. I don't know how true that is.
I don't know how true it is neither. I'm just saying this is what's going on this week in the rumor mill that's viral. All these things that I'm showing right here are viral, meaning millions of people have digested it as some type of entertainment or half truth or truth, right? If you go search the internet, the official sources say from her camp that it's just a rumor. But that tweet that Saucy Santana did and that Instagram that they said that Carisha did is true. And she did say everything she's built is gone. So I'm just saying, right? Carisha, if this is true, please holler at the chakra doctor. I can help you out and we can completely remove that from your body. You did. But I feel like this is another way that celebrities use negative. I call it the Magic Johnson, the Magic Johnson formula. When Magic
She
Johnson,
nasty was sleeping with Diddy unprotected. Now, have you ever seen say you had a
and she
homeboy?
like to get peed on.
Have you ever had a homeboy who just slept with too many girls, and then there was a girl you had an eye on, and he slept with her? You were like, "I don't want nothing to do with you for sleeping with him because I know he's sick."
I know he out of here.
I got a homie now, man. He got like 1,000 bodies. I would never tag anything behind him.
Man,
Never.
I have a homie. I have a homie. He a pretty boy, but he a junkie, right? And he not my homie anymore because he tried to kill me. But that's a whole nother story, right? But that's why he not my homie no more because he tried to kill me and we ended up beefing. But before that, I used to never, if he had anything to do with a female, I never ever had anything to do with that female simply because I know we used to call him Naked Boy because he go naked head and everything. And yeah, man, I just always felt like something was wrong with him. I always felt like something was up with him. And then the rumor in the street started happening that these girls, that these certain girls that he had dealings with were coming up with that full body karate. That full body karate, that's that hiya. That's that, that's that can't get right.
Mm-hmm.
That's that can't get well. That's that ain't no get well soon with that. That's you out of here.
Right.
Right. And I always said, Man, naked. I believe he did. I believe he did that. This is without my personal belief. I believe people catch that stuff and be feeling so mad at the world that they got to go give it to somebody else.
I agree.
Yeah, I meant
Hey
so. There's
man,
this dude.
I had a lady I was dealing with like a year ago. She had that bump. It's like she was coming at me hard, like flowers, money, food,
Trying to give it away.
pictures,
I get scared.
just trying to get with me. And I was like, look, I understand what you got going on, but you know, I'm just trying to chill. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
I get scared when women start doing that. I get scared. I get so they had to do. They had to do in my hood. His name was Rocky. Rocky went to jail because he gave like 30 girls in the area. He intentionally gave them the full body karate, and he ended up with like 18 years in jail for that. And yeah, for because he had found out he had it at a certain time, and at the time he gave these girls stuff, he was already diagnosed and knew he had it. So they had gave him like 18. I think it was like 18 to 20 or something like that, some crazy number. And that's when I knew like, no man, people will really be angry and give that stuff away, bro. So
Mhm.
please, and wait a minute, and it is rumored that's a nut. I forgot that's one of the other doors to get in the game. I forgot. That's the fifth door.
There's really 10 doors.
Yeah, there
It's
is.
10 doors, but the main is the 4.
Yeah, the
You,
main
you
is the
can catch
four.
a disease. You can take out an animal. You know what I'm saying?
You ready for this? I break 10-4. I break 10-4 down in the book. What's the 10th house of the zodiac? Capricorn. What's the 4th house of the zodiac? Cancer. Capricorn and Cancer are mates, are actual cardinal opposites on the zodiac. And literally in the sign of the hedgehog people, the right pillar represents the goat Capricorn, and the left pillar represents the moon Cancer. It's called the Saturn moon matrix. I'm just saying
And
10-4
what the
over
top say? That's a big
10-4.
10 for.
When you roll the dice, what's mates? Fours and tens. Fours and tens. So it's the Ten Commandments.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey man, it's the Ten
There's not,
Commandments, bro.
when you was talking about it earlier, I'm like, yeah, there's actually more doors you can go down.
Yeah, there's actually more doors you go. Trying to get you some waves, bro.
I got ways. I got to get my haircut tomorrow.
Man, hold on, wait a minute, my bad. Uh, boo, I wanted you to get your opinion on this, man. This albino black mother just gave birth to a dark-skinned, blue-eyed baby. What's
I
your?
don't know. That picture real is that AI.
No, it's real. It got an article behind it. I just didn't want to put the article.
But that's the power of black people. That's how you know darker skinned people are the creators of all races.
Yeah, and that
You
and,
will
and
never
that and
see
that
a
was my take
two
on it.
white people make a black baby. Two black. I got a cousin right now. They both black. They child is albino.
And you ready for the kicker? Google, y'all need to Google black couple in Africa gives birth to white baby, and you will see that these two black couples in Africa, my color and Duane color, gave birth to an all white Caucasian baby, blonde hair with blue eyes. I'm just saying.
You can DNA test it. It's facts.
It's facts. We all colors come from the black, like the crayon box. Boom, this happened earlier. This happened earlier this month, right? China. Over 80,000 people evacuated from the cities, and tens of thousands of people died from of the biggest recorded flood in China's recorded history. Right right before that happened, over 8 volcanoes erupted all around Japan, North Korea, and all around the world. 8 volcanic eruptions happened, and then that flood happened.
They doing something underground.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be Mother Nature's way of flooding out the tunnels that they be doing the transferring in.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Boom. And here go another statistic. Statistics said black family reunions have declined by 47% since 1997. Main reasons due to elders passing away and unresolved issues. When the last time you been to a family reunion, bro?
Like 10 years.
Man, I haven't been to a family reunion since I was a little boy, bro.
Have you ever heard of a white person with a family reunion? No.
White people have, yeah, white people have. Y'all Google white family reunions. They got them.
I'm pretty sure it happens, but it's not like it's prevalent So you got crackers that believe in milk and Jesus, but it's on the level as blacks. No.
Bro, why you call it milk and Jesus? I gotta understand why you call it milk and Jesus.
I was at work one day just ranting, and I was like, I don't think black people care about is milk and Jesus. Because you think about it, all our grandmas had milk in the fridge. And they always buy milk.
Right.
And they always get milk, and they're gonna have their milk. And milk is milk is more of a symbolic. It's more of a symbol of
like
the
whitewashing.
Whitewashing, more of that. That's what it's more so of.
And I remember some rap videos they used to bathe in a tub of milk.
Yeah. And then you always see they every recipe they had milk with cakes and stuff, but having the milk is more so of a brainwashing state. So when I say milk and Jesus, when I say MJs, whenever you hear me say MJ, I'll say they some MJs.
You ain't talking about Michael Jackson.
I'm not talking about Michael Jackson. I'm saying milk and Jesus.
Boom. Some more viral news real quick. We almost done. We'll be done before the 2-hour mark. About the rivaling Chicago GANGS put their beef aside and ceased a
10-year disagreement.
A 10-year plus war.
They had a 10-year disagreement that long.
A 10-year disagreement for that long, and they got together. And they said we're gonna put down the violence. So is that so? And by being Chicago, is the J Main pushing peace movement actually working, and people copying off of J Main for pushing the peace?
That's something they need to do. Chicago, and LA are areas I look at as a place I can't understand because of the gang of the affiliation stuff. I can't understand it. So I would never be born into it. These young boys are born into it. Remember, you said earlier, you can sacrifice different ways by putting your child into a certain brotherhood. So when these boys are born into these affiliations in LA and Chicago, their dads sacrifice them by putting them with these affiliations. So I would never understand it. I will always think it's a ignorant state of mind, and I would never agree with it. And I think it's wrong, but I can't never say because I'm not there. If I was born there, I would know.
Somebody in the comments says, what y'all think about the flood that's in Texas?
First thing first, Mark Silver, you need to do something about that profile pic. You need to change that hair, and you need to stop trying to be Trunks from Dragon Ball Z. You are a grown black man. No, put Mark Silver picture back up.
All right, cool.
Yeah, Mark Silver. Change that hair, change that profile pic, and do better.
Yeah, you Illuminati to your body.
That's bad. That's bad. You're fried, man. When we think about that flood in Texas, more likely is either government, they can control the weather. More likely is that. More than likely,
is it an earthly karmic response?
It could be that. It could just be the earth getting rid of.
I mean, because just look at it, bro. Since the beginning of this year, everywhere has been on fire or either flooding. All across the whole America. Fire or flood. Fires and floods. Everywhere. That's almost mathematically impossible to be orchestrated. Some of it got to be natural and some of it could be orchestrated. But all of them orchestrated is mathematically impossible.
I agree. I do believe that's when I was coming to my conspiracy game, I used to think everything was government. Some things are natural events.
Yes.
The government's not controlling it. Now, God, the universal omnipotent present, is control of everything. But however, everything cannot be conspiracy.
Yeah, everything can't be conspiracy, and just like everything can't be just happening naturally, right? You gotta have that spirit of discernment, man. I got one more for you, bro. I think I got one or two more for you. I want to see what you got to say about it. Boom. The Joe Budden podcast is facing conspiracy theory scrutiny for this pose that they did on their 839 episode. Out of all the episodes they did, they never did this.
What you mean? What's because of how their hands are?
Well, you the number one Illuminati, man.
Yeah, everybody's hand is different.
Everybody's hand is in a different stance. Even the female hand is like that, but it's different, right? And then you have their ranks. These ranks are actual Sonic the Hedgehog people rankings.
I agree. I agree with this picture 100% because they have a video of Dr. Dre, Eminem, and 50 Cent where they all did the affiliation hand gesture where they put their hands on their face. They were all Dr. Dre did this, Eminem did this, and 50 Cent did this.
Right.
All at the same time.
All at the same time.
So I 100% agree that the Joe Budden podcast is most definitely down.
Down with them boys. Down with them boys. Can we even say them boys?
We can say them boys.
We can say them boys. Okay, yeah, we can say them boys.
Yeah, I mean, I feel we did really good this episode of being PG. You know, I probably slipped a few times cursing, but I think we did excellent this episode of keeping everything
politically correct.
Politically correct, yes.
Yeah.
You know, I take your advice heavy. You know, I think I feel like you have my best interest when it comes to YouTube. So everything you tell me is to help me. And when I go against it, it
start wilding out. Let's create us a wild out channel, man. Then they gonna catch us. Then they gonna catch us, bro. Then they gonna catch us down bad.
I would love to create a wild out channel where I might do it on my own.
And then they gonna come on this channel and say, "Ain't them same Negroes that was wilding out on the other channel?" No.
Hey, look, I'm gonna say this, man. Recently, they noticed I've been going live a lot lately on the channel. And, you know, every time I go live, I get 15 subscribers. So my last 3 lives I did, they kind of slowed them down and they yellow marked them. I didn't curse, but they yellow marked them. But, you know, that's how they do. They want to test you to see if you're going to keep trying.
Yeah, I know that for a fact because that's what TikTok does. TikTok, I started posting, going viral on TikTok, and they started slowing the views down. But I had seen a video saying the reason why they slow the views down is because they want to keep you interested in the platform. They don't want to make it too easy for you to go viral on the platform because they say that the platform is RACIST, right? So because the platform is RACIST, they make it a little harder for us to go viral than they do for our Caucasian counterparts. Yeah. You feel me? Our counterparts to go viral. So hold on, Chakra Doctor, do you know how you want to get to some of these comments?
Yeah.
Chakra Doctor, do you know how to what? I don't know. Y'all gotta. This is one thing y'all gotta do. Y'all gotta start going and getting y'all some classes on how to articulate yourself because y'all are gonna be understanding some of the stuff.
Have you talked? When last time you talked to somebody under the age of 25? A male.
A male
that look like me and you.
Yeah, I got some of them on my students, and I tell them this all the time.
They do not articulate themselves well.
They do not articulate themselves, and this is why they have trouble with females.
In life general, they have trouble. Man, I get everything I want to me because of how I speak.
Yes.
I go to job interviews, I kill the interview.
No, literally, hands down. I can literally say that being able to properly communicate and articulate myself has been, if not the major factor, at least one of the major factors I've been able to solidify relationships in business, personal, females. You know, this is how I diffused a lot of beefs that could have been turned out beefs. Because a person, you know, you might have stepped on somebody's shoe or you might have bumped into somebody in the club and you just simply say, yo, bro, my bad, I'm sorry. And that diffuses the whole situation. Right? I've been around females and a person said something that the other female didn't understand and I articulated for him what he meant was this. And I'm like, oh, why he just didn't say that then? Because he didn't know how to articulate it. He just articulated the best way he could.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So at the end of the day, you know, please guys, go get into Toastmasters, go get into some speech classes. There's nothing wrong with learning how to articulate yourself properly because the way y'all articulating yourself, I'll be like, bro, we didn't go to school.
Right.
We didn't go to school.
They associate that with being white or being wrong or something like that.
Y'all need to be. We need to be white then. Ask Shaka Doctor. My bad. I was typing too fast. But do you know how to heal corneas that have scars? Yes. Yes, I will definitely give you the chakra doctor formula on how to do that.
Hey man, I got these things on my neck, man. I can't show you. Can you see it right here?
Yeah. Oh, that's
How do
easy.
I fix that?
You ready? I'm about to give y'all a secret. I shouldn't give it to you. I'm about to give y'all a secret. You ready? Beef tallow. I'm gonna send you the link to the beef tallow, Duane. Listen, I can show you the before. I can show you the before and afters. I had scar. I had to take off my shirt and all that shit, but I had scars, scarring. Do the beef tallow. Beef tallow is like this cow fat mixed with these botanical oils and stuff. And no, literally, it gets rid of eczema. It gets rid of baggy eyes. It gets rid of keloids. It gets rid of scarring. You name it. You name it. Any kind of scarring with tissue, blackheads. It get rid of. I used to have blackheads from shaving so much. Right. Put that beef tallow on, and my skin nice and bright and vibrant, bro. It makes it makes everything one tone. Invest, and it's on TikTok shop right now, man. Beef tallow. Go look up beef tallow on TikTok shop. It's by this place called Terra Lotus. Terra Lotus beef tallow. Go get you some Terra Lotus beef tallow, Duane, and every single dark spot and every single place that is discolored on your body will literally blend in and be bright and vibrant, bro. I promise.
I'll try that.
I used beef tallow before, but it wasn't for my skin. Oh shit. I don't know what it was for then. You know, oh, let me get back. Hold on. Let me get back on this. I'm 24 from the hood and well spoken. Come up on it. Come up on the live and speak well. Let's hear you. Let's hear you. Nah. He said New York dudes talk like babies.
But they all talk terrible, man. There's no single one of you I speak to talk bad. I'm trying to scream.
Hold on, man. I'm in Texas. I'm in Texas, and I'm not even sure if I heard anything about the flood. Dang, you under a rock. He said, "How do you join?" I was just playing with you, bro. Probably do it next time, man. I'm just going over these last few ones.
But he said, "Why you cooking me, Mark Silver? You just got a strafe for no reason."
Yeah.
He said, "What y'all think about Trump brushing off the Epstein case?"
He brushed off the Epstein kid because he was on the island.
Man, he about to snitch on himself, man.
Nobody. Listen. Let's get this through y'all head, y'all. The alphabet agencies mixed with the military, mixed with the political sphere, mixed with the billionaires and trillionaires, mixed with the entertainment industry, mixed with the medical industry. They all in on it in some type of way, and it's a coordinated effort. They will not snitch on themselves. The only thing that's going to bust that, the only thing that's going to get that is some type of natural disaster that exposes it or some type of God-like type event. A God-like type event is going to happen to expose that to where they can't control, they can't control it being let out. But I guarantee you, bro, they're all in on it. And you know what they do? This is what I feel like they do. I feel like that they do these type of oh, this person got caught or that person got caught to throw it in your face and gloat and show you, look what we're doing and you still can't catch us. Like all the stuff, for instance, like all the stuff that was supposed to come out for the Diddy trial, but when the Diddy trial started, it never came out.
Nothing.
But nothing came out.
Hey, where's Jaguar Wright?
Where's Jaguar?
Where's Jaguar Wright?
Jaguar Wright didn't show up to the trial. Nobody that was anybody that was supposed to be somebody showed up to that trial. And everybody was talking about all of these heinous things. Why would they charge him with a RICO, right? A RICO, and don't arrest nobody else? Because remember, pay attention, I always tell y'all people, pay attention to the Young Thug case. When Young Thug got arrested, him and his entire gang got arrested. Niggas start snitching. One nigga doing 15, other nigga doing 80 years, one nigga doing this, gonna snitch, all kind of, that's what a RICO looks like. A RICO, that's what it looks like. For the fact that they arrested Diddy on the RICO, and this is supposed to be the Homeland Security, that's the Fed, and they couldn't. How can the Fed couldn't prove their case, bro? I feel like they put that on as a show. They put that was like a show to distract us from what was really going on. behind the scenes.
Yeah, the list didn't come out.
Yeah, the list didn't come out, man.
The list ain't come out.
Come on, man. The only people that Trump let out of jail are people like Lil Wayne and Kodak Black.
Some losers, man.
Come on, bro.
Some losers.
Come on, bro. They're all with it, bro. Remember, it's WWE. You think Hulk Hogan and The Undertaker really beefing?
He said, why do I overthink after getting the number?
Why do you overthink after getting the female's phone number? Because you ain't used to getting no coochie.
Nah, even if you is used to getting it, it's just anxiety, you know.
No, when you used, all right, I'm just speaking from my level. And my level has been this. I feel like I've reached one of the highest levels because if a female hasn't sold her vagina and given you all of the money, you ain't make it to that level yet. I've had multiple females sell their vagina and give me the money and say, here you go, daddy. Do what you want with it. Okay? They call that pimping, homie. You feel me? And I feel like this. This is what I feel like. I feel like if you don't see yourself in a high enough level, the low level frequencies will be a part of your characteristic. So the reason why you overthink after you get the number, because you don't even feel like you're worthy of the number. You don't even feel like you're worthy of the bitch. You think the bitch got all the power when really you as the man got the power, because on the same token, she's looking for a leader. She's not looking for somebody to follow her. She's looking for a leader. She's looking for somebody who is going to give her the game. She's looking for somebody who's going to upgrade her. She's looking for somebody to show her the ropes. If you are not a man that can show the female the ropes, you're going to overthink the situation after you get the number. You're going to overthink the situation if you see her go out and she go do something and you're not around. You're going to overthink the situation every time you see her do some things that you might not like or dislike, right? No, you're going to accept certain disrespects. You're gonna not tolerate. You're gonna tolerate certain behaviors that are not to be tolerated from females. You feel me? So the reason why you overthinking, because you haven't got enough coochie. Why? Because when you get enough coochie, you'll realize that in essence, the common denominator, all women want the same thing from the man. And if you don't have it, they'll just use you as a time passer until the right man comes along.
Facts.
Period.
All facts.
Period.
You better get your life together, P90. Better get yourself together, man.
Yeah, man.
If you had your stuff together, you would feel that way.
Right, for real.
Duane and Sharkadot don't mess with that Bible book. I'm not sure. I let them speak for themselves. I mess with it though. It's not the fact I'm not against it. I just don't believe. Put like this: the Bible is real. It got a lot of good stuff in it. I'm just not about to put my life into it and subscribe to it and live and die by all the words in that book when there's 1,000 other books, there's 1,000 other religious texts. Like I said, I base my life on the book of Proverbs. The book of Proverbs got a lot of good finesse in it, a lot of good juice. You know what I'm saying? The book of Psalms, I feel like it's one big spell book. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I feel like even all religion to me, all feel like you do incantations. You do, like when I go to my mama church, they do incantations, they chant, they feel like you want a big witchcraft cult when you're there. They do a big chant, they sing, they praise, they catch the spirit. Only thing is Christianity is witchcraft with a title in my book. You know what I'm saying?
So you're 100% correct, Duane. Number one, Christianity is the biggest witchcraft cult on the face of the planet, and their God is, whether they know it or not, their God is Saturn. Number two, right? When you're dealing with the book of Christianity, the Bible, you are dealing with a Freemasonic book. That's why at the 32nd degree, you got to get inducted with the Bible. And at the 33rd degree, you got to get inducted with the Quran. Bible represents the sun. That's why it's called Helios Biblos, the sun book. And the Quran represents the moon. This is why the Muslims follow the moon cycle and not the sun, right? One is the sun, one is the moon. These are the two biggest religions on the face of the planet. There are 3 billion members. There are 3 billion members of Christianity. There are 2 billion members of Islam. There are only 8 billion people on earth. That's roughly 5 billion people belonging to two religions. And both religions believe in the same God in a different way. And they're beefing, going at each other. So it lets you know that, and in the Bible, remember, in the Bible, Jesus said he came not to bring peace. He came to bring a sword, and he came to divide. And that's what the Bible does. Literally, black people Religion is the number one denominator that keeps black people from unifying. Why? Because I'm not going to unify with him, and he's not going to unify with them because he a Christian and he a Muslim and he a Hebrew Israelite and he with the Nation of Islam and he with all these different religious beliefs that we have keep us from coming together, pooling our money, keep us from coming together, saving one another, helping one another. Why? Because my God is better than your God, and and guess what, y'all? We're all worship, whether you are religious or not. We're all worshiping the same God, and that's the sixth planet from the sun. We're all worshiping the same God. When you go and get you a dollar, you worshiping God. It says, "In God we trust." Every dollar you spend. So don't tell me you're not religious. In God we trust on a dollar. When you go take that dollar and you go into the store, you're going to buy a cubed object.
Mm-hmm.
Period. You go into a cube window and put it in a cube register, buying a cube object and get you some coins back for the change.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same religion all over. Whether you worship money, whether you worship Christianity, Islam, Buddha, whatever, it is the same ish, different restroom, bro. So, and remember, the Bible is a plagiarized book of the Sonic the Hedgehog people. The Bible is a plagiarized book of the Sonic the Hedgehog people. That's why I got 66. That's why I got 66 books. Okay, so understanding that, and it'll be very, very, very easy to understand why these books are the books that run the world. Because number one, they're stolen from ancient magic, and all they did was remix that ancient magic and got us under a spell, believing that it's Caucasian ancient magic. And number two, I keep telling people, man, the children of Israel are Caucasians, y'all. Y'all don't want to listen to that. The children of Israel are Caucasians, but Sonic the Hedgehog, yes, them free people, them free M people. You feel me? Them free M people. You know, Sonic the Hedgehog, when Sonic the Hedgehog got to get the rings, he got to hit and get the rings. Sonic
Mm-hmm.
the Hedgehog people. Okay, boom. It has 80 books. No, it has. I'm talking about the one that got 66. I ain't talking about that old secret society Bible you went got and got the book of Enoch and all these other books. I'm talking about the 66 books. The Israelites are not black. Pay attention to the Israelites in the Bible. Who are their first enemy? Who was the Israelites' first enemy in the Bible? The Egyptians. Moses going trying to free his people as slaves from the Egyptians. Who are the Egyptians? The Egyptians are us, the blacks in America that everybody follow right now. That's the fake Egypt in Africa. That's the fake Egypt that a whole bunch of black Americans painted in y'all. And the majority of the black Americans that paint that Africa story to y'all are not even from America. They're Caribbean islanders. They're not even from America. Or they're not even from
Mm-hmm.
Africa, preaching Africa. You've never seen not one African man preach Africa to us. The only people that preach Africa to us are the people that's over here. Why? Because it's an agenda to get you not to claim your own land and claim a foreign land and go live in a foreign land and forsake the land of your God-given heritage. And your God-given heritage is America. Remember, the name of it is America. It used to be called America. They just removed the T. That's all they did, bro. That's all they did. But yeah, man, it's the greatest magic book on the face of the planet. Proverbs, I love Proverbs because Solomon did his thing. Love Psalms because David did his thing. David and Solomon, Psalms and Proverbs. That's the two greatest books outside of Genesis and Revelation in the Bible. There are four great books in the Bible: Genesis, Revelation, Psalms, Proverbs. Period.
Facts.
Four books.
I, I
Right?
agree.
In order to conjure demons, you need the Bible to conjure a demon. You can't conjure demons unless you have a Bible. I'm talking about major demons. You need a Bible. You need the Psalms to conjure the demon, and you need the Proverbs to conjure angels. Any questions, man?
Nah,
Any,
I'm about to
any
chill out,
questions?
man.
I know Duane about to fall asleep. He's been working all day. I've been working my fingers down to the bone, but it's been a great, 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 wonderful live.
And
I'm
we
glad
doing
we
this
got to
every
do this
Sunday.
recap. We'll be
Uh,
back here next Sunday, right?
next Sunday, 10:30. Yeah, every
Next
Sunday.
Sunday at 10:30, y'all. Y'all get ready. We're gonna be back doing a recap of all the things that happened in the month and the week, and we're gonna get it in. Man, any last words for the people before we move out?
Mm-hmm. Nah, I ain't got no last words for him. Nah,
And Dredesky, you sounded like old boy Bradesky when he be saying what his name is.
that's Dre Dickey.
Oh Dre Deaky, my bad. Dre Deaky. Uh the God of the Bible is Saturn. I'll check y'all later.
All right, man. All right, man. Hold it. I appreciate you, Doc.
All
Appreciate
right,
it, man.
bet,
Hold
man.
it down.
Talk to you later, bro. I'm about
Uh-huh.
to end it. All right, bet.
Great Grand Holy Mother of all divine, the source of all gods and goddesses. Great Grand Holy Mother of all divine, the primordial from which we all derive. Great Grand Holy Mother of all divine, the nothingness that allows all somethings to exist. Great Grand Holy Mother of all divine, she is all mother, there is none greater than she. Great Grand Holy Mother of all divine, for she is the vastness that allows us all to experience boundaries. Great Grand Holy Mother of all divine, Mother of Ra, the Most High, Great Grand Holy Father. Great Grand Holy Father Ra, he who created himself from she. Great Grand Holy Father Ra, Creator and Father of all things, Father of all beings. She is his source. Amen Ra Ptah Aum.